Hello Crafty Budgeters, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. On this channel we are working to craft a budget and a lifestyle to become debt free. Y'all, I am so excited to be doing this video with you. I know normally I do budget with me's, cash stuffing videos, debt updates, but today I thought I would bring something special to you to share my tips and tricks and the things that really helped me get started to create the Crafty Budgeter. Now, if this is your very first time watching my video, I am working to help my family pay off $175,000 worth of debt. A lot of money, but we are making it happen, and I'm documenting my journey here on YouTube, and it's just been an amazing journey. So you might be thinking, why is a budgeter doing a video about creating a YouTube channel and how to get started? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is because I've received a lot of comments on my videos about how to get started, really interested in wanting to share their journey on YouTube, and they just don't really know how to begin. And then I also have learned that this channel has really opened up doors that I didn't even think about when I first started creating the Crafty Budgeter. I have really created a side income that is helping my family reach our financial goals. And so I want to share my thoughts, tips, and tricks, like I said, with you. So that way, if you really want to think of a way to create a side income, do something that you love and that you're passionate about, and sharing that with the world, essentially, that I'm going to give you some really helpful tips to get started. Now, my tips are really easy. I only have 5 tips that I'm going to be sharing with you, but these 5 tips is just for anyone that is thinking about starting a YouTube channel and like really doesn't know where to start. When I first started thinking about, oh, maybe I want to create a YouTube channel, the first thing that I did was go to YouTube University. Whenever you need to know something, you go to YouTube. And so I thought, how about I share kind of the things that really helped me and I think will help you to get started. So before I jump into the 5 steps or the 5 things that you should do to get started, I want to give you a little bit of my resume, my receipts, right? Because you're probably thinking, okay, well, this person has started a YouTube channel. Like, okay, how do we know that she's like legit? And while by no means I'm saying my channel has thousands upon thousands of views or thousands upon thousands of subscribers, I've done pretty well so far. So I started my YouTube channel on January 4th of 2021, and within 3 months I was monetized, which is awesome. So by April 2021 I was monetized. I started receiving income on YouTube, and as of July I reached 5,000 subscribers, which is awesome. So if you're one of my subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And then last month I made over $1,000 on YouTube. So this is just to show you that, like, while I don't have a large number of subscribers, I feel like I have really created a good way to get started, and that has helped me grow my channel to what it is today. And so I'm not saying this to be prideful or boasting, but it's just to give you a little bit of background of why I am bringing this to you, because I think I have found the things that have worked for me and I want it to work for you. So let's get started. So the first thing that I think you should do when you are thinking about creating a YouTube channel is to determine your why, right? You hear that all the time, like, what is your why in life? What is your purpose? And that's the same for YouTube. So like, why do you want to create this YouTube channel? What inspires you? What are you passionate about? And how do you think the content that you're going to be sharing onto YouTube can help other people? I pretty much put the why into 2 categories. So the one category of the reasons why most people start their YouTube channel is because they want to share knowledge. So there's YouTube channels that do how-tos, DIYs, document a journey, which is kind of what I'm doing, as well as documenting and showing how to budget for those that are interested in budgeting. But then there's also this other side for those that want to create a channel because they want to entertain. So you see those videos of lifestyles, vlogs, the ASMR, ASMR, which I don't really get the ASMR, but it has taken the world by storm. But those are the types of videos that you can like sit down, or if you're doing something, you can have it playing in the background and it entertains you, it gets you excited about the content that is being shared. And some channels have the opportunity to mix the both, and I think that's kind of what my channel does. While it's very educational, shares information, it does how-tos, I also have my own twist on how I entertain people, and I think that has really helped to grow my channel to what it is today. So the first thing you need to do is determine your why, and within that determining your purpose, you have to kind of determine what type of category you want your YouTube channel to fall in. You've probably heard of or read the word niche. It's one of those like those words that you hear 50 million times. You're like, if I hear this word one more time, but it is really important, because I think based on what category or niche you put your content in, it can really help determine the types of videos that you are going to be creating, but also sometimes how well your videos do, the traffic that gets to your videos. And so there's so many different types of categories or niches that you can fall under. So there's beauty, there's sports, there's health, there's family, there's personal finances, which is what my YouTube channel is in. But there's a wide range of categories or niches that you can fall into. And so thinking about what you want your YouTube channel to be, what's your purpose, what's your why, and what category would fit perfectly in that purpose, right? So for me, the purpose of my channel is that I wanted to document my journey of paying off $175,000 worth of debt, but I also wanted to talk about money and talk about debt and talk about budgeting to help people and help myself to reach our personal and financial goals. I truly believe that there's not a lot of conversations around money and paying off debt, especially within communities of color. And so I wanted to provide representation to a community to help people get to where they want to be. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to create my channel, but also like just to track my progress. I mean, when I was watching YouTube videos about people paying off debt or budgeting, I would get so hyped and excited for them, and it would motivate me to get going. And so I wanted to be that motivation and inspiration for others. And so like I said, the category or the niche that I am in is personal finance, money, and that kind of just fits perfectly with that, but I also have that entertainment piece that I provide to my subscribers. So sit down, write down what your purpose is, what your why is of creating the channel, as well as what category or niche you think would best represent what you are trying to provide. All right, so now that you have determined your why, determined what category or niche you want to be in, the next thing that you want to do, so the next step that I would recommend for creating a YouTube channel is to do your research. I spent, I would say, a couple of months on YouTube reading articles to figure out what is it like to be on YouTube, all of the things that go around that. So I have broken it up into two different types of research that you should be doing. The first type of research that you should be doing is within your niche, within your category. So you want to see what type of videos do people post within that category? How do those videos do? What videos don't really do too well? And that's you're taking with a grain of salt, because you are about to bring something a little bit different to this community on YouTube. So you're gonna want to think, what content can I create that's going to give this niche a little bit of a different twist, something a little bit different, while you still might be taking parts of other videos of like the content of like the things that they might be talking about. You definitely don't want to copy verbatim what they do, but you want to find a way to put your little twist or remix on it. And so that's going to be really important for you to kind of just sit down and go through videos. I'm sure you're already watching different types of videos based on the category that you want to fall in, and start to just jot down, okay, like what types of videos do they typically do? Do they do review videos? Do they do cooking videos where you are getting different ingredients on a budget and doing a meal based on that? Or are they doing sports commentary? Or are they doing a video game playing in front of people? So what type of videos are out there? putting that down in your arsenal and then really figuring out, okay, so how can I add something a little bit different to this community, but still be within what is working, right? So you don't want to be putting up a video and it's like, no one's going to watch it, right? You want to have some traffic to your video, but figuring out kind of what's going to make you unique and to stand out. So the next thing that I think that you need to research is just the YouTube content algorithm, all the things that goes into just having a YouTube and putting it up on YouTube. And so the nice thing about that is that, listen, you can literally spend hours researching YouTube algorithm, YouTube thumbnails, YouTube editing your videos, YouTube, what are the best ways to get over being shy on a camera. There are people that have channels solely for that. And it's free. Y'all know that, like, I'm a budgeting channel. I'm trying to save some money. And when I first started out, I just scoured all of the videos online to figure out, okay, which ones are going to help me to get the information that I need to really create a good video on YouTube. And so, for example, for me, like I said, I did my research. I watched a lot of videos. So some of the channels that I watched, I have it written down so I don't mess up their names. Catherine Manning, Aaron On Demand, and then Gillian Perkins. Those are 3 channels that I really watch to kind of get me in the understanding of like what it is to really put a YouTube video up on YouTube and what are the pieces that are going to make those videos do well on YouTube. And so I watched many of their videos, and then personally, now I'm not saying you need to do this because I'm all about free 99 and on a budget, but personally, when I am researching something, I don't know about you, but I get like slightly obsessed and I have to research it ad nauseum and I have to feel like I know 100% about the content area. And so I took it a step further and took a YouTube course. I took Gillian Perkins' YouTube course, and while a lot of the content is shared on her YouTube channel, it really goes in depth on many of those things that makes up a good YouTube channel and a good YouTube video. And what I think really helped me by doing this course is that it gave me the confidence to actually do it. I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel for years and never sat down and actually did it. But I will say, after I took that course, I felt like I had the tools, the skills, and learning the things that would really create a good YouTube channel. And so don't feel like you need to buy anything, take any course. I know some people do free webinars on their YouTube channels. Definitely look on there, but start with the free stuff. And if you feel like it's not giving you what you need, which it should give you what you need, like my channel, like this video right here, hopefully is giving you what you need. Make sure that you know that there's other resources. There's books that you can buy. You can download them online. There's content out there to make sure that you are fully aware of what it takes to put up a good quality YouTube video and to create a YouTube channel. So even it goes into depth of like, okay, go onto the internet, go onto YouTube, create a name, create a title, create all of those things. It will walk you through that. Use YouTube. It will not steer you wrong. Alright, so now you've determined your why, you've done your research, you feel like you know what you need to do in regards to creating the channel, editing, creating the right thumbnails, creating all of the things that go into making a quality channel and quality video. Now it's time to talk about like, okay, now what is the videos going to be about? Like, what am I going to be sharing on this YouTube channel? So what I've created is I've come up with something to really help me kind of just organize it, and it's called Create Your Channel Story. So like any story, like you learned back in elementary school, the story has a title, it has the characters, and it has a plot. So let's go through each one of those things in regards to creating a YouTube channel. So for your YouTube channel, you're going to want to have a name, right? You're going to want to have a name that represents you and relates to what you're going to be talking about. And there's different ways to do that. So some YouTube channels is just the person's name. So like I said, the three videos that I just said that I watched ad nauseum to learn about YouTube, they all just have their first and last name, or their name within the content that the title that they're sharing for their YouTube channel. Some videos will have names that relate to what the niche or the category is. And what I think is the best sauce to create a good channel name is to mix the both, or figure out what works for you. But I think a good channel name will tell you from the jump what the channel is going to be talking about. So my channel is called the Crafty Budgeter, and so automatically you already know that I'm going to be talking about some way, shape, or form about budgeting. Now, like this video, I'm incorporating other parts of my life into this channel, but it always is going to relate back to budgeting. Like I said before, creating a YouTube channel has helped me with reaching my personal finance goals, which relates to budgeting. So it encompasses that in some way, shape, or form, right? Maybe not like one for one, but you can kind of see how it's connected in some ways. And my channel is all about inspiring and motivating people, and I want to do that with this video as well. So the title, you can make it whatever you want, but like I said, things that really help people to understand from the jump what your channel is about is to having a really thoughtful and focused or intentional name. You don't have to, but I just think that really helps. So we talked about the title. The next thing is the characters, right? So like, who's going to be in this book? Who's going to be in this YouTube channel? Is it just going to be you individually? Is it going to be you and a partner, you and your spouse, you and your family, you and a friend? So identifying who's going to be in that video, as well as thinking about like, how are you going to let the viewers get to know you in different ways? And so it's not saying that you always have to be face-to-face, because most of my channels you are just seeing my hands, but I think what really makes a good YouTube channel is that when the viewers have some form of a connection with you. And so for me personally, if you watch my channel, you are going to see me hear me have lots of energy. You are going to hear me talk about my life, give you story time while I'm budgeting, while I'm doing my cash stuffing. You're going to see me get hype and do my poo snaps when things really go well. And not only am I doing that, but my channel focus is that I'm documenting a journey. So I'm taking people along with me on this journey to reach this goal that I have set for myself. And I think that has really helped me grow my channel, is because now people are invested. Like, they want to see, first of all, how I'm spending my money, how am I doing with my goals, how am I doing with paying off my debt or reaching some of my other personal finance goals. And I think that's what really helps people come to my channel and stay on my channel. But again, what's going to give you that twist or remix from the next person that's on YouTube? And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be this effervescent, energetic, personable. Well, I feel like you have to have some little personality in there, but just be yourself. Be your authentic you, and the people that are going to find your channel and subscribe to your channel, those are the people that you want, because they have invested in your authentic you. This is what you get whenever you meet Brittany. If we're out on the street, at my job, anywhere I go, this is my personality. And so that's what I've kind of shared with my YouTube channel. And that's why I think I've done so well so far. But try to figure out what's going to set you apart from the next person. What's going to give you that twist or remix, like I keep saying, that is going to just really help shape your channel into what you want it to be. And last but not least, the plot. So this is like pretty much what your channel is about, which it goes towards, again, what the why is of creating your channel. But like, what are you talking about in your videos? Is it going to be useful? Is it going to be entertaining? Is it going to be sharing knowledge? Is it going to be taking people along on the journey with you? So figuring out what you are going to have in your videos that's going to be the meat of why people keep coming back to watch your videos, or why you continue creating videos, no matter if it's the cooking videos where you're doing different recipes every week, or it's a lifestyle video where every day you are doing different things with your family, or if it's a beauty channel where you're reviewing different makeups and talking about the things that have worked and hasn't worked for you, or health and beauty, or health and fitness, I'm sorry, where maybe you are talking about the different types of equipment or things that you are using, or supplements that you're using that is helping you on your journey. So pretty much like, what's the meat? What are you talking about on your channel is the plot. And what do you want to accomplish? So I always think that a channel and videos in some way, shape, or form should accomplish something. Again, accomplish either entertainment or accomplishing sharing knowledge in some ways. So those are kind of the things that I want you to start thinking about. What's your title? How will people know who you are by your name that you have for your channel? What's the character? What's the personality? What's going to make you unique and set you apart from the next person that has a video? That's your character. And then what's your plot? What is the meat? What is your story going to be about? What is your channel going to be about? What is the purpose and focus of your channel? All right, so the fourth thing that I think is important when you are thinking about creating a YouTube channel is the equipment, right? So we figured out all that goes into creating the channel in regards to title, your purpose, your character, your personality. But now it's about, okay, now I need to get started, right? And while it might be intimidating to get started, and there's so many different equipments out there and things that you're like, oh, I need to buy this and do this, what I'm going to tell you is use what you got for starting out. And the reason why I say use what you got for starting out, or go the affordable route, is because you might find out that having a YouTube channel isn't for you. And that's okay if you get to that point. But I don't want you going out spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on equipment and now you can't take it back, or you got to ship it back and go through all of that. So what I'm going to say is there's four things, I think it's four. Yeah, four things that I think you need to think about in regards to equipment. So the first thing is, what are you going to record on? When I first started my channel, I just used my phone. The iPhone, I believe I have an iPhone 10 or 11. The iPhone's legit. Many of my budgeters in the community use their iPhone. It has a 4K feature on there. It does quality work, and there's a lot of YouTube videos that you can go search and it'll show you, like, if you want to start a YouTube channel on your phone, this is what you need to do. So go check that out. So you can either use your phone, you can use a camera, you can use a recorder. I don't think many people use recorders anymore, but I think the phone or the camera are the two things that most people use to record your video. The next thing is lighting. So when I started my channel, I first used a ring light. So I ordered a ring light during the Cyber Monday. I got it on sale. I think it was for like $50. Got the ring light, used that for my lighting. But if you don't even want to spend any money, use natural light. Natural light is where it's at. Now, where I film, the lighting isn't the best, so I needed to get additional light to really have the quality that I wanted. But if you have some good lighting, or find some place in your house that has some good lighting, set up there for the first couple of videos, or until you want to possibly move on to the next level of purchasing lighting. So I got a ring light, and then that worked well for me for many of my first couple of videos, and you can go on my channel and look at those videos to see what they looked like. And when I'm finished this section, I'll actually talk about what I'm using now. The third thing is a microphone. Now, your phone does have a microphone. If you use an iPhone or any type of phone, I would think, even the Androids out there, they have a built-in microphone for it. And the quality is not bad. What I did when I was using my phone, because I didn't really like, it sounded still kind of soft and muffled, but I got I believe it's called a lavalier microphone that plugged into my iPhone. I'll put in a picture right here of what it looked like. I got it from Amazon. Listen, Amazon is where it's at. And I used that for my first few videos, actually. I right now am using a Rode mic, and I'll link that down below and put a picture there, just because I've upgraded for a couple of things and it just works better with the camera that I'm using right now. But for right now, if you need to get started, use the microphone that's already built into your camera or just get a cheap but good quality, like look at the reviews, microphone that hooks up into your either camera or your iPhone, and that should be fine. And then the fourth thing that I think is really important when you're thinking about equipment that you need is something to edit your videos. So what I use to edit my videos, I used my husband's MacBook and I use iMovie, and I still use iMovie to this day to edit all of my videos. I know that there's some other editing softwares out there, like I wrote it down, well, I can't find it right now. There's other editing softwares out there. I think Adobe has some. You can find them if you want to, but for me, I wanted something easy that I can pick up, watch YouTube videos to learn how to do the different editing tips and tricks, and that's been working for me. So when I first started my channel, the only two things that I purchased was the ring light and the microphone, and that came to $80. But you might not have to spend anything if you have already those things or you're using natural light with you ready to go. Now, when you're thinking about your equipment, something that I also want you to think about, and the reason why I upgraded to some of the things that I have now, is because I wanted the quality to be a little bit different. Oh, I forgot one other thing that I had to use, and that was a tripod. So I didn't actually have to purchase a tripod. My father-in-law is a photographer, so I used one of his tripods. I've now upgraded to a different tripod, but go online, Amazon has them. Those are I believe that's 5 now, 5 essential things. So something to record your video on, lighting, a microphone, something to edit, and a tripod are the 5 things that you need. So pretty simple for you to get going. So like I said, I wanted to kind of upgrade and just get some different equipment based on kind of the quality and the different type of video that I really wanted to provide for my viewers. So right now I use a Canon M50 EOS. I have a Rode mic like I just talked about. I have some studio lights, and then I did purchase a different tripod because the type of videos that I do, like I said, I have a lot of overhead shots. So I have a specific tripod that I use for that. You can also just get other types of tripods that like clip onto your desk that aren't that expensive. And in my description, I will have all of the links to my Amazon for everything that I use on this channel. All right, so now let's talk about the last and final tip that I think you should think about when creating your channel. And that is creating goals and making a plan. For those of you that have watched my videos here on my channel, I am all about creating goals, creating a plan, and executing. So make the goal, create the plan, and execute. And when you're thinking about creating a YouTube channel, I think it's really important to write down what your goals is for this channel. You already kind of thought of kind of goals when you have identified your why. So what's the goal? What's the purpose of your video? But now let's think about what are some other goals that you want for creating this YouTube channel. When I was thinking about creating my YouTube channel, like I said before, I wanted to do YouTube channels for years and never actually sat down and did it. And the first goal that I set out for is that I wrote down when I wanted the deadline for me to actually create the channel. So I started thinking about creating the channel months before, but I said on January 1st, I wanted to create my YouTube channel. Now, I didn't put up my first video until January 4th, but it really helped me have a goal. So I needed to make sure that I had all of the necessary pieces together before January started to make sure I was ready to go when that time came. And it did. It was that big motivation and encouragement to be like, listen, Brittany, you set the goal. You want to do this. Now let's make it happen. You wrote it down. If you write it down, you got to do it, right? So that was the first goal that I set for myself. The second goal that I set for myself was, what do I want my subscribers to gain from my channel? So thinking, what's the objective of your channel? My goal for the channel of the Crafty Budgeter is that people will leave my channel feeling motivated, feeling encouraged to take control of their personal finance and do that while having fun, do that by reaching their goals. And so that was another thing that I wrote down, is that every video that I create on my channel, that's the mission. That is the mission of my channel no matter what. So every video I make needs to go along with that mission of inspiring, encouraging, talking about budget, talking about getting out of debt. And so far, it has been that way. And so having that goal written down for you for the mission of your channel will help guide you to think about the content that you're going to add on your channel. The next thing is thinking about, I set a goal of like how many subscribers I would like to have, because the reason why I did that is because that would give me, again, that focus, that motivation to do whatever I needed to do of creating a channel, creating a content, creating videos that would help to get the subscriber base that I wanted. So when I started my channel, I wanted by my birthday to have at least 5,000 subscribers, which that was a lofty goal. I never thought that I was actually going to get to that goal, to be honest with you, but y'all, I did it. And I exceeded it. I, as of my birthday, should have close to 6,000 subscribers on this channel. And that's because I had that goal, right? You write the goal down and you do everything possible to get to that part to reach that goal. So what did that mean? That meant that I was doing my own continued research on YouTube about, okay, how do I make the best thumbnails? How do I have the right keyword research? How do I really create a community within the community that I'm already in? So that means I'm watching other budgeters and other people within the personal finance community. I'm on other social media platforms. So I have an Instagram, sharing and marketing my channel. All of those things I think helped me get to reaching my goal. And I don't want you to think that you have to create a channel just because like you want to get to a certain number of subscribers. You can create the channel just because it's something that you love and enjoy. The subscribers is just a bonus, because then when you get a certain number of subscribers, then you can get monetized and you can get money for having a YouTube channel. But when I first started my YouTube channel, that wasn't even really a goal. I didn't even think I was going to be monetized for a long time. But because I think I sat down and wrote out my goals for the channel, and again, everything I did had those goals in mind, it really helped to get me to where I am today. And then the last goal that I think that you should really think about is, what are all of those things that I really need to get started? So I already gave you some tips to get started, but I want you to realistically sit down and figure out, what are the things that you need to feel comfortable to get started and to feel like you have the knowledge base to create the channel that you want. This is all about creating a channel to really be a passion project, because you love inspiring people, but you love sharing your story, you love really creating this space where you can just be your authentic self. And that's the focus that I want you to have no matter what when you are thinking about creating your YouTube channel, because that, I think, is what is going to help make you fulfilled, but also your viewers are going to feel that with you when you are your true self and not just doing things to do them, not just doing things to get subscribers, not just doing things to get different types of viewers on all of your videos. That's a bonus, right? Like, I don't want you to think that I don't want you to get viewers on your videos, but knowing what that purpose is and that mission of your channel will help you immensely. And then, I couldn't leave you with just 5. Bonus, 2 snaps. So, the thing that I want you to take away from this video, including all of the steps, so including creating your why, determining what that is, including researching your niche, researching the things that you need to do to get started, researching and identifying the equipment that you need to create your channel, researching and identifying your goals that you want for your channel. The thing that I think is really important, and that I say no matter what space I'm in, whether it's budgeting, whether it's work, whether it's in life, whether it's just me with my family, being a mom, it's giving yourself grace. That is key. Give yourself grace in knowing that creating a channel might take a little bit of time. You might start the channel and it might blow up. You might start the channel and it might take you a little bit of time to get your feet wet. You might start the channel and feel like you just need to do a couple videos here and there, which giving yourself grace also goes into my being consistent on YouTube, which I think helps grow your channel. But figuring out what works for you and being okay with where you are at, but also being okay with giving yourself grace to know that, like, sometimes you might just need to do a little bit more research. Listen, I am on YouTube researching so many different things, like I said before, but just giving yourself grace and knowing that like this is something that I want you to have joy in, and that you can be passionate about. And you might get negative comments because that just happens inevitably. Give yourself grace, right? It is what it is. That's my motto. It is what it is. Keep it moving. If they don't like to watch it, they don't need to watch your videos. But be true to yourself. Give yourself grace. And listen, you're going to create a wonderful channel. I cannot wait. Listen, if you found this information helpful, definitely comment down below. Definitely like this video. If you decide that like this is what you needed to see to start your channel, make sure you let me know. I would love to help you. I would love to support you on your journey. It's not easy, right? Like there's some nights that I'm editing into midnight, or I wake up early and do videos, or I edit in the morning because I have a life outside of this. But it has become something that I have loved and enjoyed, and I really think it could be that for you if this is something that you want to do. Make sure that you subscribe to the Crafty Budgeter fam. We have fun over here. I enjoyed this video. I hope you did too. Have a great rest of your day. See ya. Bye-bye.